Carol down in the home broadcast studio. I'm filming a thing for an education client that I'm going to be sending to them later on today. And what I've discovered is if I just go live, I do a much better job at doing these clips than if I come down to the recording studio and just try and film it. So I usually get this right in the first cut. So here we go. Going to go live with an education intro. Hi, I'm futurist Jim Carroll, and for over 25 years I've been speaking to organizations worldwide about the trends that would change their future. And for the last 15 years I've been opening every single presentation with three key observations which brings people into my world, and that is a world of incessant ongoing change. The very first one, 65% of kids in preschool today will work in a job or career that doesn't yet exist. Someone who's taking a college or university education, half of the knowledge that they get in their very first year of that college or university program is obsolete or revised by the time they graduate. And the third observation is the relentless march of technology. In the world of manufacturing, for example, we're seeing new manufacturing methodologies, new concepts, new ideas. There's been no shortage in manufacturing jobs throughout the world. What there has been a shortage of is the necessary knowledge to do that job because of the ongoing pace of technological innovation. Over the years, I've spoken to a tremendous number of education groups. Last year, I spoke to the Career Education College and University Program, also previously known as the Association of Private Colleges and Universities. And before I went on stage, I was thinking about the context of my talk, and what I observed was this. They're now in a situation, as is anyone in the education sector, that they need to deliver knowledge that does not yet exist for careers not yet in existence, and they don't know exactly how to do that. So in the world of education, we've got to take some motivation in terms of what we need to do with innovation. This morning, I got up and I wrote about a very good friend of mine that I golf with. He's a grade 5 teacher. I've gone into his classroom several times, and I've discovered that his passion for his purpose, his passion in the belief of education and how he can bring his kids along is really the driving factor for what makes him think in terms of how he can innovate on a day-to-day basis to try to get in front of these kids and further their education. And look, this is made all the more challenging in the era of COVID-19. We don't know exactly what is going to transpire. We do know that the education experience is going to be vastly different and that we need to innovate a lot in terms of what we do and how we do it. I got up one morning, and this is the thought that came to my mind in my daily motivational quote. If you think about the massive innovation we've been doing in the world of distance education, we've been trying to engage these young children in a learning methodology that is very, very different. We've got to grab their attention spans when their attention span and doing something different is just but a mouse click away. So why not introduce gamification concepts in the world of distance education as an opportunity to try to re-engage them, make sure we have their interest, and do everything we can to keep them engaged in learning, because we do know we need to do things in new and different ways. And that's what I've been focused on with every single one of the industries I'm talking to, every single one of the organizations that is looking for future insight. And when it comes to education, look, the facts are simple. Knowledge is going out of date faster than ever before. We're seeing the rapid emergence of new knowledge, the disappearance of existing careers, the rapid emergence of new careers. What do you do as an educator? What do you do as a teacher? What do you do as someone working with young children to try to motivate them, grab their interest? And that's what we're going to cover in this online session. We're going to have an interactive talk. I'm going to present you with some of my concepts on the future of careers, future of education, future of knowledge, and challenge you as a teacher as to what you need to do to align to this new reality. And look, I'm an educator as well, as somebody who speaks around the world to leaders, to organizations. I'm someone who has been in the role of making people aware of what comes next. My world has changed in that I now find myself in this vastly new and different circumstance. So I'm in my home broadcast studio, and I've been innovating really hard to adapt to this new online medium because, look, we know that the world is changing at a furious pace. And we know that we have to be of a mindset that, look, is that all there is? A lot of folks are doing online Zoominars. They're doing online webinars. They're using a lot of online tools, and they're delivering the same old thing. We got to do something more. We got to do something different. We've got to be prepared to innovate, change, and adapt, not just in how we educate young people, but in how we reach them and how we prepare them for a world in which the future truly belongs to those who are fast. So I'm going to be joining you and putting in perspective how knowledge is evolving, how careers are changing, and what we need to do from an education context to align to this future reality so that our kids aren't just saying, in this new future, is that all there is? That's it for now from futurist Jim Carroll. We'll see you from the broadcast studio soon.